That happened in World War II. There'd be black soldiers escorting German prisoners who couldn't go in the restaurants in Texas that their prisoners could go into.
That was the renowned documentary filmmaker Ken Burns discussing the racist treatment of black soldiers during World War II. This Memorial Day, we had a discussion about his work and what he uncovered about the racist treatment of black soldiers throughout wars in United States history. One of the soldiers we discussed was Roger Harris, a Vietnam War veteran. And here's Ken Burns discussing Harris's story.
It was in the Marine Corps, and the Marine Corps' main section in Vietnam was what was called I Corps, the section closest to the demilitarized zone, the hottest area. And the stuff he went through and other Marines that we interviewed are just terrible. And I mean, you know, he just called his mom once when he had an opportunity. He said, "I'm not coming home." And she goes, no, God has a plan for you. You're coming home." He goes, "No, I'm not." He said, "There are people being taken away in body bags whose mothers think that God's got a special plan for them. That's not going to happen." But for some reason, he survives and he flies back, comes home to Boston, and he can't get a cab from Logan Airport to go to Roxbury because the cab driver presumes, even though he's in full dress uniform, that he's going to go to Roxbury. And finally, a state trooper says, you got to go.
If you like that snapshot about the hidden history behind the treatment of black soldiers, I would highly recommend checking out Ken's 10-part documentary about the war in Vietnam. But just a warning, some of the information is raw and gut-wrenching, and it's one of the few PBS series to have a TV MA rating. Here are just some of the stories you'll find in the documentary.
We interviewed North Vietnamese soldiers and North Vietnamese civilians, not necessarily all believing the same thing. We interviewed South Vietnamese civilians who most definitely did not all agree, South Vietnamese soldiers, Viet Cong guerrillas who were being supported of and were in support of the North Vietnamese, and Americans, from heroes, medal-winning heroes, to Gold Star mothers, to deserters. To hear of an American soldier talk about the thing, you know, when you're in battle, you're not talking about the cause. You're talking about staying alive and keeping your friends alive. And you're very much part of that. And the horrors that you see are unspeakable. And they're not part and parcel of some cause or some ideology, whatever it might be. It just is. It's happening. And you want to be able to see all those points of view. And the American soldier says something, and then we cut to a guy who's basically on the other side of the lines. He says exactly the same thing.
But did you already know this? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.